So it all starts in the mind. If you can get past your old limiting, self-destructive thoughts, programs, hurts, then you can truly put yourself in a position to transform your life. If you don't take the steps necessary, you have to hit a point where the hurt and the pain that you may go through outweighs what it's going to take to get you to where you want to go, then change is easy. Whether it's getting healthy or whether it's getting financially in a better position, a better relationship, weight loss, stop smoking, or whatever bad habit that might be, whatever goal you have in your life is predetermined by your focus. Ed Milet had a great first chapter in a book that he wrote called One More Identity. And really that's a chapter on re-identification. If you don't think that you can lose weight, you'll never will. Or you'll try, and because you haven't reformed a new identity, you will maybe lose some weight, only to eventually gain it all back and then some. How many of you have ever been on that treadmill? Back and forth, gain a little, lose a little, gain a little, lose a little. And you can never really get and maintain the place that you want to be. That's because, as he said in this article, or this chapter, that your thermostat is set too low. We sometimes talk about moving a mountain, but we don't think we can get over the next hill, molehill for some of us. So if we can reinvent ourselves, turn our thermostat up. If you want to be a millionaire, but somewhere in your mind you know that you don't deserve to be a millionaire, you will never make $1 million, ever. Because your subconscious will always bring you back. And we've seen it time and time again, haven't we? How many people have won the lottery? Their dreams should have all been fulfilled. Only within a year, they're back on food stamps. Or back at the old 9-to-5 job that they so eloquently quit and made a big show out of it, and now they're back. Why? Because they didn't do the work that needed to be done first in the mind and then in the heart. You know, I remember a scripture reading in Romans 10. It says that if you will confess with your mouth and believe in your heart, thou shalt be saved. Imagine that. Ponder that for a minute. That doesn't only go and apply to salvation, but that is every single area of our life. If we cannot get over and see ourselves as though we are already living in the miraculous, we'll never do it. When you can, and when you do, make that shift You set your goal higher, and it's got to be a high enough goal that you know it's going to take some work to get there. You don't know how, but you feel it. You know it. You absolutely can feel, taste, smell. You've seen yourself, like I've seen myself standing on a stage in front of a capacity crowd in a stadium. I can literally taste it. I know it'll be more like deja vu than when I'm standing there on the stage, because it's that real to me. I've been here before, and if you can't get to that point, success will never come because you're not calling on it. We serve a limitless God. We are the ones that put the limits on what God can do. If we don't limit him, he is absolutely by nature limitless. It's the only thing he doesn't have is limits. So when we get our mind, we get our heart, we get our focus, we get our vision, then things begin to happen. It seems like the windows of heaven have opened right above us, and we are standing in a blessing downpour. You know, I've often wondered about that, how the blessings will chase us down and overtake us. How many preachers have preached that from the pulpit, and how many well-meaning believers have sat in the pew going, yeah, it might work for you, but I've never seen it happen. And that's exactly it. Until you change the way you think, you're going to get what you already got. And that's the long and short of it. So try this experiment. Wake up in the morning before you have a coffee, before you open your phone up, before you check any emails, almost before you talk to anyone, maybe even before you get out of bed. Take a moment to close your eyes and see that thing. I don't care if it's a better relationship with your spouse or your children, whether it's a financial goal, whether it's a problem that you're trying to solve at work or at home, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Principle's the same. Visualize the outcome that you want as real and as vivid as any dream you've ever had. And repeat that before you go to bed. And you would be surprised, one day you will just wake up and go, wait a minute. This is that fulfilled. You don't know how it came about. You don't know what happened. But all of a sudden, there is your victory.